Welcome back to our tour of the Caribbean, everybody. Well, as opposed to the day we arrived here in Jamaica, today is looking absolutely stunning. Beautiful day out, and we're going to take advantage of it. We are flying today from Kingston, Jamaica down to Trinidad and Tobago. A bit of a longer flight. This one's close to 3 hours. So we'll be in the air for a bit. But we're going to be going all the way to the basically other side of the Caribbean. So let's hop on board and get going. Oop. There we go. So weather's been checked. It is a fantastic day. Very light winds out of the east and just a few clouds here and there. Alright, parking brake is set. Chocks have been removed. Ground power confirmed. Connected throttles are confirmed idle. Engine master is off. Batteries are on. External power is on. Radiators are on. Panel lights. I'll throw the nav lights on the aircraft and get our panels up and illuminated.
It's for 2236 ground. For your ATC clearance, please contact 11.3.
113 for clearance. Thank you. Speed 2236.
So landing gear lever is confirmed down, flaps are confirmed up, speed brakes are retracted. Fuel quantity is checked. We'll get the seatbelt signs on, we'll get the passengers loading. There's the no smoking sign is up and going. De-ice not going to be required for today. Transponder set to 2000. Oops. 2000. 2000 in the box. Beacon will go on and emergency lights will go on or will be armed. Crew air supply, oxygen supply goes on and air is on. Aft cabin, forward cabin, and cockpit. Passengers are loading. We can go down to the FMC and do our setup down here. Before we do that, we'll get our AP ready to go. So nav data aircraft information is checked. We're flying from MKJP, which is Kingston, to TTCP, which is Trinidad Tobago. Flight number today is FLCT04. Is our flight number. Cost index of 25, and our cruising altitude today is 31,000 feet. An alternate? TB. And that is set for performance. Flaps 1 takeoff, V1 of 139, VR of 145, and a V2 of 148. Go to our flight plan. We'll be taking off on the runway 12 using the Tibble 3 departure, which puts us heading southeast. And when we arrive, there is no star available. We'll be coming in for the ILS 111. that is that. We can check out planning. We will confirm. Yep, flap is open. Start the APU. Come over here to plan mode. You step down, you can see it's a basically straight shot southeast. And then we come down here over Trinidad, Tobago and turn up, and then we make a bit of a dog leg here in, pick up the ILS. And we're in. So that is looking great. Alright, 31,000 feet. Put that in the FMC. So that's our departure briefing done. We're now waiting for the IRS to align and the APU to fire up. Everything else is on board. A couple aircraft around. See one over there. So when we push back, we're going to push our tail to the left, and then we'll taxi down to the end of the runway. It's a very simple taxi. And then when we take off, we'll be heading down across the top of South America, past places like Aruba and Carousel and Colombia, all kinds of places like that. Alright, we are aligned, and it looks like the APU is ready to go. So we're going to hold the folks here, tell them that they can, not going to do it that way. We tell them they can pull the jetway, and we will get ready to push back. So the jetway should be moving. There she goes. And we can get our push back. So APU is started. APU bleeds are now on. APU generator is going ground. Is now disconnected. Thrust levers are at idle. Engine area is clear. Fuel pumps will come on. Parking brake will come off. Engine igniter goes to normal, or ignition, and we are moving. So starting engine number 1. We'll go on the other side of the vehicle area here, and then we will do our turn. So as I mentioned, the tail is going to go left. There we go. Begin our turn. Hear the engine spooling. Bad. Stop there. Parking brake will go on. Engine 1 is stable. Pumps are up.
Procedures on this British Airways aircraft.
Start engine number 2.
The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the
The
buckle
aircraft
and pull
is
apart.
now clear.
You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight.
Pressures
even
are
when the
coming up.
sign is
N1
off.
is spooling.
Your life
EGT
jacket
is
is either
coming up.
beside or underneath your seat. To use it, take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double
E2 is
bow
up.
at your
EG2 is
side.
peaked.
Inflate your life jacket
EGT
when you
is
leave
dropping.
the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for children.
And we
In
are
the
now
unlikely
stable.
event of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing, you'll be told to take
The
this
generator
protective
switches
brace
are
position.
all
But when seated
on
facing
for
rearwards in
electrics.
Club World, you must adopt
We have
this
fuel
position.
flow hydraulic pump
We
switches
will now
are all
explain how to
on.
leave the
APU
aircraft
bleeds
in
can
an
come off.
emergency.
APU can come off.
Move quickly to the closest
And the
usable
mode selector
exit,
now
taking
goes
nothing
to
with you.
Normal,
High-heel shoes must
confirm,
be taken off as
cabin
they may
door
tear the evacuation slide.
is
Emergency lighting,
locked.
including floor-level lighting, will help you find your way to the exits. These are clearly signed.
And we'll do the before
There are
taxi
two exits at the
checklist.
rear
Little
of the
pro
aircraft
heat
and
and
two
window
at the
heats
front
are
of
on.
each cabin section. Your crew will now point out the exits nearest
Heading
to
and
you.
altimeters. So 2974 is the
Ground Condor
pressure.
8607.
Condor 7.
That's
Opening the doors
607,
automatically
give
inflates
us
the
the latest
evacuation
wind.
slide.
Sure.
Commander
The
74.
slides can also be inflated
Set.
by pulling this
Okay,
handle.
let's copy it.
Cross-checked.
Jump onto the
Then my
side
instruments
and move away
checked.
from the
Radios and
aircraft.
avionics are
If
checked.
the aircraft has landed on
Autopilot
water,
is
these slides
set.
detach to form rafts.
Flight director is
As you
on.
leave the aircraft,
Auto
inflate your
brake
life
set to
jacket by
max.
pulling the red tag. If necessary,
Flaps
blow into
notch
this
1
mouthpiece
for
to top
takeoff.
up the air.
Elevator
The
trim
life jacket is fitted with a light and a whistle.
just 1 up. And flight
Your oxygen
controls.
mask is behind the panel just above your head.
Full left,
If the cabin air
full
system
right,
should fail, this will
neutral,
be released.
full
Stay
back,
in your seat and pull
full
the mask
forward,
towards you to open
neutral,
your supply. Please note that the bag
left
does not
rudder,
inflate.
right rudder,
Place it over
neutral.
your mouth and nose and adjust the band to secure it. Then breathe normally. Do make sure
Taxi
your own
light
mask
comes
is
on
correctly
and we
fitted
are good
before
to
helping
taxi.
anyone else. In some areas, you release the mask by pulling on this coloured streamer. If you're in a Club World sleeper seat, you may need to reach through the dividing screen to retrieve your mask.
They
All
have released
electronic
a new
devices,
version
including
of the
mobile phones, must be switched off,
NX320
and all headsets must be removed whenever the
update
engines are running on the
for the
ground
latest
during takeoff,
Microsoft
approach,
update.
and
I have
landing.
not downloaded it yet.
Please ensure your mobile
I'll
phone
probably
and
do
any
that
devices that can send
the
or
next day or
receive
so.
calls or text messages remain off for the flight. Any items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled now. Some electronic devices can be used once we're airborne. Please check High Life magazine. Take care your hand baggage isn't blocking the aisles or exits. It must be put under the
Taxiway.
seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. But place items in the locker carefully, as they may fall and injure someone. As we prepare for takeoff, please make sure that your tray table is put away, your seat is upright, and your
Arm
armrest
the
is down.
ground
Please stay
spoilers.
your individual video screen and footstool
Fuel
if you
config
have
check.
them. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat
And we'll let the
pocket.
cabin crew
If
know
you
we're
have any
about ready to go. It is a
questions,
short
please ask
taxi
your
after
crew.
all.
We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable flight.
We gotta watch the speed because with the new update, she tends to roll pretty quickly. Alright, she's looking good. Get her back on the center line. gonna go right down to the end.
Seven 901, continue Alpha to the holding point, runway 7, hold short 07. Already contact tower, 118.6, have a safe flight, sir.
I did not know the airport here was in the water like this. Pretty cool, got water approach on both ends. So the weather today is coming courtesy of SoFly's presets. This is the Tropical Rays preset. Nice Caribbean days. And I've adjusted the winds to be little light winds out of the east. Alright, bring it around. Bring her to a stop. Alright, before takeoff checklist, parking brake is active, flight instruments are checked, engine instruments are checked. Takeoff data. V1 of 139, VR 145, V2 of 148, 148 confirmed on the display. Landing lights will come on. Strobe lights will come on. Nose wheel will go to takeoff. Heat is good. Transponder goes TARA. PWS comes on, and radar number 1. Okay, start the clock, and out we go onto the runway. No one is approaching, and we are cleared to take off. Right. So engines to 40%. 10 degrees down on the nose. Brakes are released. Throttle to flex. Airspeed's alive.
7901. Barto 7901, hold short runway 07.
100 knots. Ease back on the stick. V1. Rotate. Stick back. Aircraft pitch up to 17 degrees. Positive rate. Gear up. Alright. Nose coming down. Aircraft is accelerating. To climb.
1273, you ready for departure?
Flaps are in.
Line up and wait, runway 7.
1273, line and wait, 07, southwest.
And autopilot is on. Accelerating now to 250. And then we'll pitch up for our initial climb to altitude. And basically we're a straight shot out of here. And there is Jamaica. Airport behind us there. Very nice.
And departure JetBlue 38, request a heading of 330 for weather.
So speed brakes, disarm, taxi light will go off.
After deviation, side direct to wait.
After deviation, direct to right on JetBlue 3.
So cross through 10,000 feet. We will turn off the landing lights. Again, the engines are at 89%. I don't know why these are in the red, but it's one of the little changes that they got to fix. There we go. Landing lights are off. And people can enjoy the flight. So we're accelerating again. We're going up to about 280, 290, and then we're going to pitch up again and continue our climb up to 31,000 feet. And we will join you as we descend into Trinidad and Tobago. See you in a bit. Alright, so we're down over 16,000 feet. We'll turn the seatbelts on. Speed is 270. We're descending down. 1700 is our intercept. This is the main island of Trinidad and Tobago. The capital, Porto, Spain, is right in. It's right in here. But we're going to fly down, then we're going to make a turn and head out to the other island. I believe that's the capital, Port of Spain.
Westchester 599, good afternoon, climb on retreat.
So we're going to make the turn, fly up this way, then we got to do the dog leg and pick up the ILS.
40, Westchester 2599.
So it's been a gorgeous flight. No weather, no problems. Everything is going along very well. Just monitoring our descent. Still got a little ways to go, so we're gonna come back to about 1500. So we're gonna go in. We'll put in our arrival information. 2974 is the I'm not sure why it's wanting it that way. Let's see what that works out to. 1007. There we go. Temperature is about 22 degrees and winds are 110 at 4. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Runway decision height is 226 feet. So that, no, 226 feet. So that is now in. And we are set. 132 is going to be our approach speed. We're making our turn over the island.
W38 with you, 14.6, climbing flight level 180.
JetBlue 38, flying to flight level 340, after naval flight direction Bravo Tango Oscar.
And climb to 340.
2 miles a minute. We are 8 minutes out. 16 miles. I'm going to ease back on that to 1,000 feet per minute. And we will continue our descent. It's probably still going to be a little bit high. So bring it down to 500 for now. The engines are spooling up slightly to keep us at that 250 knots. Beautiful sunny day today. Get ourselves centered there. So we're just off the coast of South America. It's Venezuela on the mainland.
JetBlue 38, now contact control 141.
24-1, JetBlue 30, yeah, JetBlue 38, thank you.
I think we see the other island out there. 2 hours 15 minutes since takeoff. About 2 hours 24.5 minutes since we pushed back. we're just going to slowly descend down to our decel point. We will come back to 210. So let's get the landing lights on. Turn on landing systems. Fuel quantity is good. Gear is checked up. And flaps are retracted. There we go. So our destination airport's down here at the end of the island. So we're gonna go out and then we'll turn left and swing around and come in and land. Yeah, nice views out the window.
Blue 38, Pro 11 minor decimal 19.6.
Okay, 19.6, JetBlue 38. Have a good day.
3 minutes. We're doing good. We may have to increase our descent rate slightly. Don't want to get too low too soon. .109.3 is the ILS and ITAB is the identifier, so we have the correct ILS being picked up. And 1,700 feet, 10 miles out, will put us on our initial fix. And then 6.6 miles out, we will intercept the glide slope at 1,700 feet. Alright, we've hit deceleration altitude, or marker anyway. So speed's going to come back to 210. Seatbelt signs are on, radios are set, 210 landing lights are set, taxi light will come on, ground spoilers will be armed, and auto brake set to land low. So once the speed's down to 210, we will go to flaps 1.
American 2546, 14.5, descending 13,000.
Traffic descent to 13,000, maintain speed 220.
220 knots, 13,000, direct Mavic. American.
I think they made the aircraft a little bit slipperier. She's not slowing down like she normally would, so I'm gonna throw out some speed brakes here. Rudder slowing down. It's 220. Come on. Let's go a little bit more. There we go. Flaps going to flaps 1. Speed brakes up and armed. So we're on our approach phase. Everything is looking good. Speed will now come back to 180. Let's get the altitude down. Watching our airspeed.
Back to American 2460, descend to 12,000 feet, clear, dial CME number 2 approach, runway 05 right, maintain 200 knots until Mavic.
Descend maintain 12,000, 200 till Mavic, clear the ILS,
1,000 feet to
25
go.
right, American 2546.
Speed brakes are down and armed once again. Speed will start coming back in a second. As we level out here at 1700, we're making the turn inbound. Speed's coming back. Approach mode is active. Looking for the localizer, looking for the slope localizer we just went through, so it's going to come back to it. Speed coming down. Second stage of flaps. Here's the airport over there.
United 1063, reduced to 200 knots, clear the ILS number.
Here's our final fix.
Okay, slow to 200 and clear the ILS number 25 right, United 1063.
Nine miles out. Localizer's coming in. Glide slope is alive. That's localizer captured.
Tower United, 1088 ILS, 5 right.
United 88, 5 right, altimeter 3035,
miles
proceeding
out.
approach.
Airspeed coming
Continue
down.
approach, 1088.
Glide slope captured. Third stage of flaps. Gear coming down. Cabin notified. Gear is down. 177 for full flaps. Full flaps coming out. So landing gear's down, autopilot's on, go around altitude 1700, just set auto thrust as required, landing memo, no blue. Landing speed is set. We're looking good. Light winds off the nose.
DME2, runway 05 right.
Tower ILS DME2, runway 05 right, go by 136.
We're landing. Watch the flare. Knots, 80 knots, 60 knots, reversers off, 40 knots, auto brake off, manual braking, and we'll turn around and taxi back to the other end of the runway. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago.
United 1088, report runway 5 right inside.
Inside, United 1088.
Roger that, United 1088.
Alright, so we'll put the flaps up as we're going. Spoilers are disarmed, flaps are up, engine mode is normal. Blinding lights will come off, taxi light is on, strobe lights will come off. Anti-ice is fine. We're probably going to need the APU, so we'll get that up and going. Brake temperature is good, a little warm, but they're not bad. They're cooling down. Transponder we will turn to TARA, PWS comes off, weather radar will go off. Flap is open on the APU, so start APU. Elevator trim is set for takeoff. APU is coming up.
10635, right, altimeter 3035, continuous approach.
3035 for 5 right, United 1063.
And the terminal is over here. It's going to be one of those stairway terminals. There are stairs. We will exit here at Bravo. And we're basically just going to go right in front of the building. Nice bunch of GA aircraft over there. This one looks good. There we are. Oh, parking brake on. Thrust levers are at idle. Ground contact made. Ground operations as required. There is no external power here, so that's fine. Engine masters 1 and 2 will go off. Parking brake is set.
Delta 387.
Beacon will go off. Nav lights will stay on. APU bleed will go on.
080 degrees, 15 knots, continue 25, runway
Anti-ice
07
will
clear.
come off.
07 clear to land, Delta 387.
Passengers get up and move around. Doors will be open. Landing system. Flight director comes off. Fuel pumps will all go off. And beacon is off. Taxi light will go off. ECAM status is good. Avionics off. And we are all done. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago, as I said. Hope you enjoyed the flight. We will see you on the next one. Bye for now.